Hello and welcome to or welcome back to yoga. I am Rebecca and we're going to get moving here today. All you need is yourself, your yoga mat or towel, something to corral or mark your space. Just make sure you're not going to slide if you're on carpet or something slick. And if you have any yoga props, blocks are always great. If you have no idea what a yoga block is, don't worry about it. Straps, towels, anything else that you might have used before. But today, all you really need with me is yourself. And let's start standing. When I teach in person, sometimes there's some moans and groans like, oh, we just want to lie on the floor. And that's okay. But for now, coming upright and recognizing that your posture is important, how you stand, how you walk, how you carry yourself is the foundation for basically everything else that you do. And especially if you sit a lot of the time, if you get really real with yourself around how much am I sitting or lying down versus being here. It might shine a little light on why it's so important too. So as you get into your feet, look down, your toes are forward, and lift and spread your toes. Put a little weight into your heels. And as you lift your toes, you can feel the balls of the feet. So big toe, pinky toe, and then let your toes relax. You'll always want to keep at least a little bend to your knees. And if you put a hand on your back and a hand on your belly, stick your butt back, tuck it under, feel your hips move a little front to back, and then feel right into the middle, where you don't feel like you're too far back nor too far forward. And as you lengthen your spine up through the crown of your head, let the shoulders roll up, back, and down. Rotate your palms to face forward and spread wide through the fingers. And as you lift your chin up towards the ceiling, take a moment to relax your jaw, maybe open the mouth, and then gradually bring your chin towards your chest, feeling a little bow, a little tuck. And then bring your head right through to center. And as if you were standing against a wall or sitting in a nice high back chair, feel your head and your shoulders able to pull back. And as you press through the feet and lengthen through the spine, eyes are open or close your eyes. Feel some waves of breath moving through your belly, moving through your body. Just check in with how you are breathing today. Relax a little bit more around the belly as you take another full breath in. Exhale, squeezing the belly button back towards the spine. You breathe in, feel your belly fill. Exhale, pressing navel to spine. You can always place a palm there as you take one more cycle. Inhale. And exhale. And as you stand here, as you set up all those details, the eyes could stay closed, but feel into your feet, your knees, up through your hips, all up the spine, out the crown of your head, shoulders stay rolled back. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, lower the arms down by the sides. Make sure you have space to move. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, lower the arms by your sides. Take one more. Inhale, lift the arms high. And exhale, lower the arms by the sides. Let your shoulders roll up, back, and down. As your eyes open, check down at your feet. Are your toes still forward or have some toes turned out? You keep the feet parallel. Bend your knees just a little bit extra and sit back. So from time to time, I'll be moving, but just stay as you are. I'll tell you when to actually turn on your mat. So as you send your tailbone back and down, as if you're sitting on the couch or sitting on a chair, can you feel a back and then a down? And then drawing the low belly in, belly button to spine. Inhale, rise up to stand, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, sit back and down. Inhale, rise up, take one more. Exhale, sit back and down. As you come up to stand, reach your arms overhead, turn the palms forward and bend the elbows out wide. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, bend the elbows out wide. Take one more inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach all the way up, connect prayer hands, and exhale, prayer hands glide to your heart. Interlace all of your fingers. Press your palms away from your chest and start to round your back. You'll bend your knees a little bit. But as you look towards your toes, hollow out the spine. Press the belly button back, round through the back body. It's like a cat back. It is a cat back. And as you inhale, rise up. Now press the belly and the chest slightly forward. Exhale, belly in, round the spine, press through the palms. Inhale, rise up, press prayer hands overhead or interlace fingers. Exhale, round the spine, press the interlaced fingers forward. Take one more inhale, stretch up, look up. And exhale, belly in, round the back as you press forward. Inhale, lift the arms into the air, loosen the fingers, and exhale, arms come by the sides. Let your shoulders roll up, back, and down. Place your right hand on your right hip. Stretch your left arm into the air. Go straight up with a soft bend of the knees. Lean your left arm up and overhead. Feel the left side stretch. Inhale, lift up through center. Take both of the arms high. And the exhale, left hand to the left hip. Right arm stretches up and over. So you keep gliding the right shoulder down from the neck and elongating through the right side. Breathe into your right ribs. Inhale, lift both of the arms overhead. Connect prayer hands. Exhale, prayer hands meet at your heart. Close your eyes. Take a moment to check in. How's your body showing up? How's your energy level? How's your breath? How's your mind? How's your heart? What are a few things in this moment you can be grateful for or be excited about? Have some good anticipation around. Remind yourself that you're worthy of feeling the good stuff. To fill your cup, to take care of you first. As you bring your hands down to your hips, stretch your chest up towards the ceiling. So as you begin to bend your knees, send the tailbone back and feel how you can sandwich the fingers in your hips. So that's a smart, safe way to move through most people's backs, low backs. Push through the feet and stand up. So just noticing that it's not rounding the back. It's not a cat back. It's hips back. With a flattish spine or back, you look forward. And then at some point, you can relax your hands down. Just the basics of a swan dive, you'll hear me say. Now bring hands to hips, bend your knees, look forward. Push yourself off the ground to rise up. So if you ever have any low back tenderness, that can be, for most folks, a more comfortable way of moving, sitting back and then lowering down. Now next time you come down towards your toes, hang. Bend your knees a little bit and hang. Let your arms hang. Let your head and torso hang. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the back. And as you make your way closer to the floor, bend your knees. Let your knees come down to the mat, however you get there. Coming to a tabletop, fingers are open wide. As you press down into your palms and down into your knees, feel your belly drawing in and up. So tabletop is an alternate posture today. You can use it whenever you need, especially in place of down dog. So you could hold here or a plank. This is phase one. Walk the hands a couple palm prints forward as you come into a modified plank, knees are down. And then if and only if it feels strong and safe to lift your hips, push your hands into the ground, hold your full plank. So plank with the knees up or knees down, or even sticking more to a table. Take a few breaths in either place, any place. And as you bring your knees down, rest your hips to your heels, stretch your arms forward, and bring your forehead somewhere for child's pose. You can stack your hands or come all the way down to the mat. Just knowing that you do not need to have your hips touching your heels. There can be some space. Focus more on the feeling in your lower back. Take another deep breath. As you bring the arms forward again You can always stay low, or for downward facing dog, you'll start in your plank spacing and then pull the hips up and back. Bend your knees in down dog. Bend the knees and focus on getting your hips as high as you can. And then press one heel down, other heel down. And continue to press your chest to the thighs. As you come back forward to a plank, knees up or knees down, wrists are right under your shoulders. There's a little bend in your elbows. Gaze is forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the elbows, slowly lower to the belly. Hands are under the shoulders. Roll your shoulders onto the back. Inhale, lift your chest. Press your feet into the floor. Exhale, fold your nose back down. Take one more. Shoulders roll into the back. Press into the feet. Breathe in. And breathe out. Big push up to your plank, knees up or knees down. And then move into your child's pose, hips to heels. So that's our basic chaturanga flow. Chaturanga flow. The inhale to a plank with your knees up or down. The exhale, bend the elbows to your ribs and lower down. Soft landing. Inhale, a cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale to lower and a push up and back to either your child's pose or downward facing dog. So do one more cycle. If you want to move, inhale forward to your plank with the knees up or down. Exhale, bend your elbows to the ribs, lower to the belly. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, cobra. Breathe out to come down. Take a push up and back, either child's pose or downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in either place. Notice how you're breathing. As you look towards the top of your mat, step your right foot there. Okay, however many steps it takes, right ankle's under the right knee as you bring your left knee to the mat. Start to lift the torso up and come into a low lunge. I like to bring my hands to my hips. Just check that the hips are forward, but whatever enables your left hip to be forward with the right hip, your back left toes could be tucked or untucked as you lift the arms into the air. Turn your palms forward, breathe in, and breathe out, bend your elbows. Now hold here, pull the arms back, lift your chest up. I'll bring your forearms together out in front of you, opening across the upper back. Inhale, open the chest, pull the arms back. And exhale, slide the forearms to touch. Take one more. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, forearms touch. Open the arms wide. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Look up. And as you release the fingertips down, framing the right foot, you'll put your left hand on the ground, or if you have a block, put the left hand on a block, and lift your right arm into the air. Squeeze through the belly as you rotate your ribs to the right. You'll breathe in and breathe out. Lower your right hand down towards your right leg. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your right arm up, look up. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Take one more. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lower down. Now lift your back left knee. Step your left foot forward. Feet hip distance, or explore bringing your big toes together as you sit into chair. So if your big toes are touching, then the knees probably aim in towards each other. Send the tailbone back and down and hug through the inner thighs. Relax your shoulders from your ears. And feel like you're holding a beach ball between your palms, however big you need. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, chair pose, sit back and down. Inhale, lift up, push through the heels. Exhale, chair, sit back and down. Take one more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hold your chair. Relax the shoulders, stretching through the arms. You feel some work in your arm muscles because you're reaching so much. Now, either stay as you are or add a little pulse up and down. Push through the heels. A little buoy, bobbing up and down. As you push down through the feet, inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, move from your hips, forward fold, fingers to the toes. Breathe in, fingers to your shins. Look several feet forward, halfway lift. So you exhale, forward fold. We'll do one more. Inhale, halfway lift. So you look a little forward, you squeeze the shoulders back, squeeze the belly up, and then relaxing down. Now have the feet hip distance apart. You're going to keep your left foot forward, lunge your right foot back, bring your right knee to the mat. Your left ankle's under your left knee as you lift up through your torso here for your low lunge. Hands could be on the hips, pivot the right hip forward, press into the left foot, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, arms into the air. Exhale, bend the elbows wide. Pull the arms back, breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your forearms together. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, forearms together. Take one more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, hold here, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, hands frame your left foot. If you have a block, put it under your right hand. Make sure that the right knee feels okay. Belly is in as you lift your left arm into the air. Now roll both of your shoulders back. And breathe in. Breathe out. Left hand comes down towards the left leg. Take two more. Inhale, lift your left arm high. Roll the shoulders open. Exhale, left hand comes down. Take one more. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, come down. I'll lift the back right knee. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Sit right into it as you lift up. So you can have your feet together or apart. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Stretch the arms forward. Okay. Now, if you have the knees together and it's a little tight in the low back, then it's okay to have some space in your feet. Squeeze through the belly. Option to add some pulsing here, up and down. Up, little down. Now, if you're feeling frisky, put some weight into your right leg. And as you pulse in and out of your chair, come onto your left tippy toes. Or maybe lift your left foot off the floor. If you've lifted the left foot, put it down. Feel both feet grounded. Squeeze through the belly, little pulse. Maybe come onto the right tippy toes. Or lift the right foot off the floor completely. Come back, hold your chair pose. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise up, look up. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, fingertips to your shins, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. You'll plant your palms on the floor. However you get back to either your table. You could rest in child's pose, a plank. Knees up or down. If you like to move, bend your elbows to the ribs, lower slowly through. A cobra, breathe in. You breathe out, move back, either child's pose or downward facing dog. So in down dog or modify in tabletop, lift your right leg into the air. So it's a 3-leg something, dog or table. Stretch up through the right toes, bend your right knee and open your right hip to the right. So you could be in your dog or lowering the left knee and you're in your table. All right, make sure wrists are under the shoulders if so. So wherever you have your right leg reaching, bend the knee, open the hip, circle it a little, half circle, big circle, halfway all the way around. And as you hold your right leg straight back, breathe in. Breathe out, right knee to the nose. Step your right foot between your hands. As you lift up through the back left knee, turn your left toes open about 90 degrees. You'll come up with your torso, and you'll arrive in a warrior two. So front view is here, right knee is forward, arms are stretching. Side view is here. Bend through the right knee so you can get all the way down to 90 degrees. Just check the ankles under knee. Your hips have turned to the left. And your back left toes are not sliding back. You've got them aimed in, so you're good. The pinky toe side of your left foot is helping to hold you there. And as the arms pull open, check that you're not lopsided. Relax the shoulders down, stretch out from the body, and then look to your front right fingers. Hold your warrior two. Draw in through the low belly and reach forward. Tap your right forearm to the right thigh. Take your left arm up or fold your arm by your ear. Okay, you can always deepen the bend. If you've backed out of it, push through the right foot, right heel. Squeeze the belly in, rise up, warrior two, and lengthen your front right leg, right arm in the air, and then lean back. Reverse your triangle. Do that one more time. Come forward to warrior two, bend the right knee, stretch the arms apart, reach forward more, right forearm comes down, left arm up or over. Press through the feet, rise back up. Warrior two, lengthen the right leg, reverse your triangle. Come back to warrior two and hold. Bend the right knee. Press through your back left foot, press through the front right heel. Draw the belly button in. As you lengthen the right leg, turn your right toes to the left as well. So now you're facing the long edge of your mat. Take the arms high, then push your hips back. Come all the way down into a wide leg forward fold. So you could be facing your left, okay, or if you need to see, spin around. So you've got your toes all pointing forward as you bow down. Now from here, you're going to bring your left knee to the mat underneath your left hip, and your right leg's going to come long. So however you get there is great. As you come up, knee is under hip, hands can come to the hips, and as you turn your right toes a little bit in, pressing down through the right foot. Now stretch your arms into the air. Lean to your right. Slide the right hand down the right leg. Left arm comes up and over. So this is gate pose. You can stay or put your left hand behind your head as you press the left elbow back. Squeeze through the belly. Feel stable around your hips. Look up towards your left elbow. As you bring your head to center, bring your torso to center, stretch the arms apart. You can stay or tilt your left hand towards the floor, or if you have a block, left hand on the block. Keep the right foot down or lift your right foot up. So this is a modified side plank, great to strengthen your hip, your core, your sides. You might even have furniture that you touch. Okay? But think of pressing up from your left hip, drawing the navel in. If you want a little bit more, relax your right foot, lift the leg up and down. Trace a little circle with your right leg, one direction, other direction. Lower your right foot, lift the arms into the air, go straight up, and then release the hands forward. Now move your hips back towards your left heel. Like a little child's pose, just take a few breaths. Hold yourself how you need to. Feel the stretch run through the right leg. Your right toes may like to turn up towards the ceiling, also okay. Take a breath. Squeeze the belly in as you start to rise up. Plant the right foot, put your hands under your chest, take your left leg back. You're in that wide leg fold you started with. Now walk to your front right foot and step back either into plank, into down dog. See where you go, tabletop. Rest or inhale forward to the plank, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through cobra and exhale to push away. Down dog or child's pose. Take a few breaths. As you come back either into your downward facing dog or modifying in table, keep that little bend in the elbows, push down with the hands, lift your left leg into the air, some sort of three leg, either down dog or tabletop. As you bend the left knee, open your left hip to the left. You move any circular shapes through the knee, hip. As you hold the left leg high, full breath in. Exhale, left knee towards the nose as you lightly step the left foot between your hands, ankle under the knee. You'll turn your back right toes open 90 degrees. And as you come up, start to position yourself into warrior two on this side. So from the front view, bending through the left knee. If you look at your back right foot, the toes have turned just about 90 degrees or 89 degrees. I'm going to push through the pinky toe side of the right foot. So strong legs, open the arms, voila. You can even say voila. And as you get there, know that the posture doesn't end. So maybe the hip starts to move. How can you center your hips, stay strong, ankles under the knee, arms stretch apart. Reach the left arm forward and lower your left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm comes up or by the ear, side angle. Breathe. Press through the feet, squeeze through the belly, rise up, warrior two. Start to lengthen your left leg and pull the left arm up and back, reverse your triangle. Breathing through the left side. Come back to warrior two, stretch the arms apart, reach forward and lower. Left forearm, left thigh again. Right arm up or by the ear. Still press through your right foot. There's strength in each leg. So you press down through the feet, rise back up, warrior two, lengthen the left leg, arcing back. Come into one more warrior two, holding here, press through the feet, stretch through the arms. As you lengthen the left leg, turn your left toes in. Now this cycle, you have all your toes pointing to the right side of the room or mat. You can move around if you need to. Put your hands on your hips or your low back. Roll the shoulders back, pull the elbows in, and now move forward. The little bend to the knees, slowly come down into your wide leg forward fold. Fingertips rest on the floor or furniture as you bow down. Breathe into the back. Now locate underneath your right hip, that space on the floor on your mat. Put your right knee there, underneath your right hip. Stretch your left leg long, and then work to turn your left toes so they're still pointing, kind of parallel to the back edge of your mat. And as you lift your torso up, your center in your hips. And you can squeeze a little bit through the belly as you keep stretching up through the top of the head. And then sliding your left hand down the left leg, right arm comes up, and you lean sideways. And you can do whatever you need to do with the right hand. I like to slide the hand behind the head just to help keep the chest open, keep the neck aligned, hold the weight of the head. You peek up past your right elbow. Keep pressing through the left foot. Let's breathe through that right side. Squeeze in through the belly, start to rise up. As you open the arms, option to take a block or just lowering the right hand down. So you want to stack the right wrist under the shoulder, make sure that the right knee is good, and lift your left arm. And for a little bit extra, lifting the left leg. So you can start with holding the leg strong and kicking through the left heel. If you want to move the leg, you can have a little action in the left foot, but you can go a little relaxed. You just don't want to feel too much tension running into the hip. But as you move the leg up and down, maybe circle the leg, some hip strength. Check that the right arm is still strong. You're not sagging down. You're pushing against the ground or block. If you've lifted the left foot, lower it down. Rise up. Open the arms. Take the arms into the air. Go straight up. And then release the hands down. As you anchor the left foot, start to wiggle the right foot out wide. Come back into that wide leg fold. Take a moment to hang here as it's our last time facing the long edge of the mat. Keep your toes forward, even kicking the heels out slightly as you bow down, little bend of the knees. As you look to your left foot, start to walk around. And then moving your left leg back into either child's pose, down dog, plank. If you want one last cycle of movement, plank to chaturanga. Slow. Move back into either a down dog or a child's pose. Take 2 breaths. And you'll move to the belly. So whether you just slide right there, or if you'd like to take plank and take that slow reverse push up down one more time. Come all the way down. And take your arms back by the sides. Press the hips down as you lift your thighs, lift your chest. Stretch long through your toes. Feel an even weight from left hip to right hip. Keep rolling the shoulders back with the palms down. And hug everything in just a little bit. Pinky fingers hug in, heels hug in, hold, breathe. And then gently lower down. Now bend your right knee and reach your right hand back. So you may be able to grab hold of the ankle or foot. Now your left hand could come in front of you for some support, but whatever is going to feel best for really your whole body. Okay, but as you stay low to begin, focus on keeping the hips pressing down. If you're holding on to the right ankle or foot, start with a stretch and then gradually kick your foot into your leg, roll the right shoulder open, and feel how it becomes a similar but also very different feeling as you add some action. Now the left leg could stay down, or you could even lift your chest and left leg for more strength. Breathe in. Breathe out, come down, relax any grip, slide your right forearm forward, and switch, taking your left hand back towards the ankle. Press the hips down as you roll the shoulders back, and take a little pull heel towards glute, or add a little extra lift, stretching long, lifting the chest, lifting the right leg. And returning down. Turn one cheek to rest, either on the mat or stack your hands and rock your hips side to side. You can bend your knees and rock your hips side to side. As you rock through to center, letting the legs relax, setting the palms underneath the shoulders and take a push back into your child's pose. Resting there. As you move your hips off to the right or to the left, start to spin around. And you're going to come towards your back. So however you like to get there, whether you just lower down, if you're familiar with boat pose, hovering, just making sure that you have all the support you need. And as you make your way to your back, to the floor, stretching out, legs and arms, take up all the space you can. Reach. And then as you hug knees in towards your chest, total opposite feeling, either hands behind your thighs or front shins. A little rock and roll across the low back. And as you let your legs stretch into the air, sliding the hands behind your thighs, reach up through the toes, push through the heels, move your ankles a little side to side. And then as you open your knees out wider for happy baby, the knees aim towards your shoulders. You can flex a little bit through the feet. Breathe here into the inner legs. And taking any random stretches that feel good. You don't need to know what they're called. You can open the arms out, put your feet on the floor, let your knees rock to the right and left. So whether you're doing some things that you know of, that you want, need, if you're waiting for any last instruction from me, sometimes at the end, it feels nice to lift the hips. So if you'd like to lift your hips a little more active place before that final relaxation, you can plant your feet hip distance. Arms are by the sides. Do not turn your head. Press your head down. Press your shoulders down. And then as you lift your hips up, you roll your shoulders more into the floor and plug the center of the heels down. Roll the shoulders into the floor. Push the heels down. Lift your hips up. Breathe. And then just slowly come down, upper back, down to the tail. Let the tailbone land. If you want one last hug, hug the knees in. And you'll move into relaxation with Shavasana. So you just get long, get your legs long, arms long, opening arms either out or up. If you need to cover up with a blanket or support yourself in any way, feel the legs and loosen in the hips and the toes roll open. And as you breathe here, so a gentle arch in the low back, shoulder blades heavy. So breathe into the belly. So you listen to the sound of your breath. eyes closed and you feel like you're going to doze off, knowing that's probably needed, some rest, some sleep. So that's always a fine thing. If you need to be on some sort of time frame, just being aware. But if not, just see what happens. You slow your breath down, let the weight of your body rest more against the floor. So today we'll finish here. If you need a little longer, stay. If you want to take a nap, stay. But if this has been enough to fill your cup, then slowly move your fingers and let your hands start to come closer to one another. Have prayer hands at your heart. And just taking your time to move. Let that light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. Namaste. Take care. Reach out if you have any questions at all. See you next time.